What happens to the owners of a tax sale property once you purchase it? Hi, this is Julia M. Spencer. I'm a real estate advisor, investor, and enthusiast, and I'm sitting here in one of my favorite cafes. It's a Monday morning, and I'm answering your questions from my dear subscribers and people that have asked me questions on YouTube. And I wanted to make a brief video on one very particular question that has struck me today. Specifically, it was concerning a tax sale foreclosure that I bought about 2 years ago. And I'm basically sitting in front of the property and talking about the fact that I can't actually go inside until the property has, the redemption period is up, and I have gone through the legal process to claim the property. But basically, the person asked me, do I not feel bad to just kick out the owners and occupants when I buy a really cheap property and sell it for very expensive and keep the difference? Do I not feel bad about that? Well, here's my answer, and this is what I answered to this person also, but I wanted to make a video of it. A lot of times, the majority of the times, the properties that I buy during tax sale foreclosures are already vacant. And they're not just vacant that people just moved out. It's been vacant for a long time usually. And these are properties that have been basically abandoned. And it could be for a number of reasons. It could be somebody has died in the family, has left a significant tax or other financial burden to the descendants, and they cannot pay those taxes and dues back, so they'd rather walk away and not have anything to do with the property. One time actually what happened is that the deceased person has owned somewhere close to 40 to 45 properties. The majority of those properties were in really bad shape, and the descendants just absolutely didn't want to have anything to do with it, which is your luck as an investor, because you can pick them up real cheap, fix them a little bit, and you're good to go. But for the descendants, to even spend $5,000 or $10,000 on a property and multiply that times 10 or 20 properties, they just didn't have the money. So they were glad to just get rid of them. A lot of times also the owners do not have the networks to wholesale a property. If you know some of my videos and have watched my videos, if you're going through the traditional way of selling real estate, you kind of have to fix it up, and you have to clean it up and kind of fix any maintenance issues, make it presentable. It's kind of really hard and almost impossible through the normal channels to sell a property that's in bad shape, unless you're a wholesaler and you have the network and the knowledge how to do that. And a lot of people don't. So what I usually do, I contact the owners before the redemption period is even up and ask them what they want to do. And a lot of times what we do is we come to some sort of agreement to wholesale the property with us splitting the profits, meaning me as the investor gets some of it, the money, and the original owner gets some of the money as well, a profit share, and everybody's happy. So a lot of times what happens is the owners are actually quite happy to get rid of the property, or they're so fed up with it they don't even want to talk to you as an investor. So there's not really ever been a chance where I kicked out an original owner against their will, just kind of basically put them on the street. It's in 99% of the cases that has never happened. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. In 99% of the cases, that's not ever going to happen. However, having been a landlord for many years, I have evicted people before, and as such, I do know how the process works, and it is very fair. It gives people a lot of time, a lot of notice, a lot of chances to fight the eviction, and if everybody pretty much plays by the rules, it's a very it's a fair process to everybody. And of course, you know, the cities, the counties, the states have to collect taxes so they can provide the services that they need. So even if I were to ever evict somebody for having bought their house at a tax sale foreclosure, I wouldn't necessarily feel bad, because I trust in the fact that the laws work in this country to make it fair for everybody. So that is my advice for this. I do have a brand new book out there, because one of the other questions this person asked is, what happens to the mortgage. A lot of people ask me that if there's an outstanding mortgage and I purchased the house at a tax sale foreclosure, what happens to that mortgage? That answer and many other questions are answered in my new audiobook on tax sale foreclosures. It's called Making Money with Tax Sale Foreclosures. You can download it on my website, juliamspencer.com. The M stands for money. It's at the bottom of this video. Subscribe to my newsletter. Download that audiobook today and you can listen to it. Send me any questions you have and I'll be glad to answer them. Have a happy day investing.
For your free guide to real estate investing, visit juliamspencer.com.